say final and I say that press conference later, I think a little before 12 a.m. or a little over 12 a.m. the National Democratic Congress had held a press conference where the communications officer of the NDC had called on the NDC followers to go to the coalition centers and go and storm there. Yes. In fact, our press conference here in the Crown, we didn't have a scheduled press conference at that time. But when he did that press conference, we had a response. We had a responsibility to first of all ensure that young Crawford do not go and clash. And for instance, if you ask me, I'll tell you that's one of the things I regret. Because if I knew, say the NDC were going to cause rampage, say in 2024, maybe a democracy I could do. We had Domuye Wonsawum, Domuye Ablekuma North, Domuye was so many other places across the country. If we knew, say this is what they were going to do, and that they were not going to allow the process to flow, Anka would not have stopped our people. And I regret it. And
that would have meant bloodshed.
Now Obi, if that is what your opponent has chosen to do, opponent,
you had a responsibility, or you were in power.
Exactly. Enunti and enumero obekaya. I made that very and after the time I was saying delivering that press briefing, we had no indication say we were losing the elections because our dashboard clearly showed say in fact that time we were even in the lead. We were in the lead. Don't forget, so when you are doing the coalition, it depends on maybe 275 constituencies. Until depending maybe a free. So I just say it depending. Over to me JJ almost maybe 60% now we lead. But maybe 40% na kano. From opponent strong. So as a matter of fact, and I put it on record. At the time I hear our press conference, we were leading the elections. We were. And we thought, say, but if you lead the elections there, why should we? I didn't think yen soma yen crofo na omunko yen din crofo we chi yen say ade no. Because ade no cry ye lead. In any case, ye leading poa. Yen jin this democracy na yen na no man na ye pre no. Ye press ye be say no. Enti your responsibility say ye be maintain calm. Ne make sure say we protect the peace. And until now, we have to say since a woman not done pray, the videos are there. The whole coalition center was invaded by NDC. You've seen the video. And there was no response. Because at that time, it was purely NDC people who had been called to go to the coalition center by their party. And like you rightly said, some years our press conference, and I say, NPP for you now, I'm sorry. Now, someone call coalition center, I'm not sure, say by now, I handing over I am not sure, say by now, I handing over In fact, there's one very respectable journalist because what your friend is saying. If you later, I think I made a comment be and not sending me message. But we are okay, and then you are protecting the sanctity of the state, you know. But it was becoming too much. So what Tiana say? As a man can say, and this is for Buera Coalition Center. Do you know what they did in some of the constituencies? Tama ballot papers in a few polling station. Eba coalition centers no mo de macho men ni motorbikes akoshia electoral commission for na ballot boxes na titim into pa for electoral commission there were a lot of constituencies omanya full coalition it be as a polling stations ni e be 150 to date to be collecting 135 140 but the only reason why declare say what the be ka ho kra na and make a difference but it was a strategy. In fact, they did it in so many places for Ebuako North MP Nebisano the constituency then they did the same thing and then they no to me push it through and come say ballot papers in so we had a responsibility to ensure say you be protected the sanctity of the state. That's why if you recall we made the analogy say you know the story of the Solomon and the two rivals yeah to aba ye nimsa ba ye lead as at the time I made a press conference we were in the lead. I didn't think yen say no. And it was clear, say, because they knew at the time to say we're in the lead in it, you know. That is basically what happened. And it was a right call from us at that time. Because, like I'm telling you, say I'm making our call no at that time. If we are not called on our people at that time to remain calm and that we are in the lead, and see, yen share in Suonia Colani Nengu, Nian Sena, mean, yes, sure, say by now, handing over. So I just say, and I make us say, who need denim and seated around the table, who need complete information, who need complete view of the issues. It's okay when you are giving your own interpretation of how it should have gone, it's fine. But there was sole responsibility at the time as a government to ensure, say, we went through election 2024 with Ghana intact. And that is exactly what we did.